Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Myself Debabrata. Today we gonna learn a new psychological area, the human psychology. This is called the cognitive psychology. The cognitive psychology is basically the part of psychology, because psychology is a huge things, and cognitive psychology is a part of a human psychology. So, what is cognitive psychology means? The cognitive psychology is a study of mental process such as human perceiving, remembering, and reasoning. How the people are perceiving, remembering, and reasoning the knowledge. These three things are important for the cognitive psychology. Cognitive psychology is a study of, we can say that, the mental process. Okay, the cognitive psychology is basically the mental process. So, why the important for the cognitive psychology? Cognitive psychology important is there that the in a previous time, in the past time, the people are very much curious about the human mind, because the people the uh, believe that the human behavior is the result of the mental process. So in this question, the cognitive psychology is came derived from, because the mind and our behavior are related to each other. Because if we how the man how the man reacts, and how the man will be do in a particular situation, it is totally depends on human mind. So in that's why the cognitive psychology is talk about. The cognitive psychology is a study of people perceiving knowledge, learning, remembering, and thinking about the information. So we can say that the cognitive psychology is basically the study of people perceiving various shape. Okay, so why the people remember some things, and why the people forgot? Whenever people want to remember, they can remember, and whenever the people want to forget things, because they can easily forget. Suppose that you can memorize that, you want to memorize that, you go to the hill stations and you enjoy this your trips. Okay, but in this time lots of things are happen. Suppose your past of the bad past of the something incident of the some incident in your life, you want to forget this and move on, so you easily move on. So cognitive psychology exactly talk about these the things. Okay, and this is the interest of the cognitive psychology. If we go to the cognitive psychological brief history, we can saw that the brief history of human cognitive psychology is divided into mainly the four parts. The first part, that the early thinker says that the cognitive psychology deal with the knowledge and represent the mind. Because uh, early thinker believe that the cognitive psychology basically the knowledge is represented in the mind. Knowledge are represented in the our mind. Okay, and the early thinker, the knowledge come from the basically the mind. Okay, and the eternal question is found that cognitive psychology has been thought the age of humankind. And okay, and the humankind are basically they talk about the two main things. They get the purpose, the answer. One thing is knowledge come from the experience, and second one is the knowledge come from the innate characteristics of brain. Okay, mainly two things are First one is the knowledge come from different experience of human beings. Second one is the knowledge is based on the innate characteristics of brain. Okay, but later on the Egyptian psychologists suggested that they believe that knowledge are locusts. Knowledge are mainly come from our heart, our inner soul. Okay, they believe that the Greek philosopher Aristotle, but not the Plato, who did that, who held that the brain was the locus of a knowledge. He believed actually the brain is the locus of a knowledge, because the brain is the center of a knowledge. Brain is the core area of our knowledge. Okay, later on we move to the another stage. This is called the cognitive psychology in the Renaissancian period. The cognitive psychology in a Renaissancian period, the philosopher and the theologians seemed that they satisfy the knowledge that located in the brain. Okay, they consider that knowledge acquired not only the physical sense, like our touch, our smell, our taste, our vision, our hearing. So they believe that the Renaissancian psychologists believe that the knowledge and or the being basically not for the our physical sense, but also derived from the sources of our minds, sources of our divine sources, like our souls. Okay, so this the two different approach we can get this area of cognitive psychology. In a history of cognitive psychology, is first of one is early thoughts, thinkers, beliefs, and second one is the cognitive psychologists in a Renaissancian period of cognitive psychology. Cognitive psychology is in a early 19th century. In the early 19th century, is a basically talk about the empirical result that than the speculations. They believe that empirical result, the empirical result rather than the speculation. But the last half 19th century, that the theories are represented the knowledge clearly is the dichotomous. Okay, it is emphasizes the structure of mental representations. Okay, in the American psychologists, like psychologists developed the in a Germany, and he established the psychologist James. Okay, James, the first psychologist in American who wrote the defined the psychologist in 1890 and principle of psychology, and he developed the as well as the model of the mind. Basically, he developed on a model of a or model you can case as a shape or structure of a mind. So James, American psychologist James, he most of direct link of modern psychology and modern psychology, and his think that then the knowledge is a view of memory, which is structure of play important role for the our memorization. And if you talk about the early 19th century, basically the representative of the knowledge took the radical turn and advanced 20th century and behaviorist like Gestalt psychology. The behaviorist view the human things and the humans psychology were constant framework, the stimulus and response, because they believe that our behavior is basically stimulus and response. Okay, so today we discuss about four part of cognitive psychology, as well as what is the cognitive psychology is. So that's enough for today. Next day or next class we can discuss the another part of the brief history of cognitive psychology. Okay, so that's enough for today. Thank you, and please like and subscribe my video, and you can learn the different knowledge of psychology. Okay, so thank you for watching. Thank you.